morning, everyone. You know what they say. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. And when it rains, it pours. Today, I've had a heck of a time trying to get this show up and running. Nothing but nonstop issues. And then on top of all of that, more problems today in regards to what we've been working towards all week long. That's right. DSP tries it. So we've got a lot to talk about today, but also on top of all of that, I'd like to talk about my impressions of Death Stranding 2 now that I'm between 9 and 10 hours into the game, and I feel like I have a good enough idea of what it's going to be for the rest of the run. I want to talk about that. So this will be an interesting podcast. Hopefully, you guys are okay with hearing some bad news. All of this and more on today's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad, bug-riddled, tons of problem-infested episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Attention! The games are about to begin. All hail the king.
Alrighty, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the show. It is Monday, the 30th of June, 2025, the final day of the month. And don't worry, I don't want you to run for the hills. I don't want you to turn tail and say, oh crap, this is just going to be a big negative show. That's not the case. There is going to be some fun and positivity as well. But you got to go with the flow and you got to go with what's going on. And right now, sadly, a lot has gone wrong. Right, Jasper Kitty? He knows. He's been here with me all morning. He's been seeing it unfold. So first off, I'm late, and you might wonder, well, why? So I turn on the computer. Well, the computer was still on from last night because I leave it on overnight uploading videos. And I start to set up, and I go to open OBS. OBS won't open. What is going on? I go to open the RGB program to get the lights on behind me. The RGB program crashes. Then all of a sudden, the browser goes black. Huh? So what happens if I try to reopen the browser? The browser crashes. I try to reopen OBS. Error. Crash. What is happening? What the hell is going on? So I said, obviously, I got to restart the PC. I go to restart it. The PC says, oh, installing Windows updates. Wait, what? I just installed Windows updates. Last week, I did a cumulative install that got the PC up to speed, and it was a little tough and annoying because, as you know, it messes with your equipment. My microphone had turned off and a few other things I had to adjust. Why is it doing more Windows updates? And on top of that, I had told it to not do Windows updates for a few weeks because I had just done a giant group of them, and I didn't want to go through that again. So I had outright told Windows, suspend Windows updates. Why is it doing Windows updates when I'm restarting the PC? So it ended up taking a long-ass time. And finally, I got the PC booted up. And now it seems like everything is working. Okay? But that was just the start of my problems today. All right? Now, as you know, if you've been following the channel, if you've been watching the content that I've been doing over the last week, we had a really good idea for DSP Tries It. There is a brand new meal today at Sonic fast food restaurants in the United States only right now, because I think it launches later other places, but it just launched today in the United States. The Grillo's Pickle Collab, meaning there is a smash burger with a bunch of different kinds of pickles and sauce. There are fries and tater tots with pickle seasoning. And there's a drink, a lime slushy, that actually has pickle like boba pods in it that give you pickle flavoring with this drink. Sounds pretty darned unique. And the fact that it's coming out today and we're timing this for the release, I was like, this is great. If we can hit our goals, we could do it on release day. First time in a long time I'd be doing DSP Tries It for something brand spanking new, and we could get some more attention on it. People will be searching on YouTube today. Jasper, would you calm down? People will be searching YouTube today for this meal to see if it's any good. So we've been hyping it up all week, right? Now, the one problem with this is that fast food places act as if it's 1980. And what I mean by that is they don't plan anything ahead of time. They don't do anything ahead of time. You don't know about anything until the day of. So although we've been planning for this, we've been hyping this up, and I've been saying, pickle menu, let's hit the goals, right? First off, we didn't hit the goals. We're at 38 out of 40, but we're close, right? At any given moment, we could have a nice supported stream or two, and we'll hit the goals, and we'll do the DSP Tries It at 40 goals hit. So this morning, first thing, I'm not even kidding you, I jump out of bed and I say, I've got to check to see if this meal, can be ordered or how it can be ordered. And, so I open up one delivery app. It's not there. I open up the other delivery app. It's not there. What? Yeah, they didn't put the meal on any delivery app. So you can't order through DoorDash, Uber Eats. What's the other one? There's like 3. I checked them all. You can't order it through any of the apps. All right. So I was like, all right, well, hold on. The same thing just happened with Wendy's. And I was able to go to the Wendy's website and order through their website. And then I was able to get the Takis meal. So let's do that. Let's do it that way. Okay. Cool. So I go to the Sonic website. I create an account. I log in. I give my location. And it says, delivery is not available in your location. What? There's a Sonic right in downtown of my town. It's like 15 minutes away. How could delivery not be available in my location for Sonic? So I go online and I start searching. Guess what? The Sonic that used to be in downtown of my town went out of business and has been closed for a couple of months. How would I have known that? It's not like I go to downtown all the time or I eat at Sonic all the time. The last time I ate at Sonic was the fall when we did the Smash Burger comparison video. Remember that? So they're gone. So then I'm like, so where the hell is the closest Sonic? Over 6 miles away. So even if I wanted to do it, like I'll do it and we'll drive there in person, it wouldn't work. It would take me over an hour to get there, order the food, get the food, come back. It's not viable. So unless they add the Grillo's pickle menu to delivery apps, there is no way that I can actually get this. And I've been checking, frequently this morning to see if they're changing it. They have not added it. And to be frank with you, I don't think they're going to. It seems to me like these businesses don't really give a shit. Some of them are on the ball and they'll add things immediately, and others add nothing. And this is a case? No. Their featured menu is the cheesy bacon Sonic stack and the smash burgers that they've had for months and months. That's it. So they haven't added the menu, nor are they going to, I guess. I guess what we'll have to do, I'll have to keep checking to see if this changes. Not today, obviously, because I doubt that they're going to add it today if they haven't already. But I'll have to keep checking over the course of, the next week and see if they do add it on the apps for delivery. I can't even order it through their website, nor can I drive to get it on a stream. It would take too long. So this sucks. Obviously, it's bad news. We've actually been hyped. I've been hyped for this menu for the whole week. It looks really good. I've been craving the damn burger. I want some pickles on a really good burger, and now it's out of reach. All right. So what does this mean? Well, it means that we cannot do DSP Tries It, the Grillo's pickle menu, as of now. That might change if they add it to the delivery apps, but as of now, it's out of the question. So there is one thing we can do as a quick substitute. It's what we were talking about doing after the fact, because Tony Hawk has a new game coming out. It's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remastered Collection, and that's coming out on the 11th of July. So in a roughly just under 2 weeks, okay? What we were talking about was holding off with doing anything with Taco Bell until then, because they have this collaborative thing they're doing with Tony Hawk where it's like a snacks menu, but they're going to have another meal as well at that time. So we could do it then, right? I figure, oh, it'll be perfect. We'll tie it for that, the week of Tony Hawk. Well, we could do that now. And the thing is, Taco Bell already has new stuff. They have this new chicken tender that I guess is similar to the chicken nuggets that they had. And they're putting this chicken tender both in tacos and in a wrap, a burrito. And they're selling different versions. There's a Chipotle and a ranch version. And this is what everyone's been kind of reviewing on the internet over the last week. So we could do that. And what I could do is order the burrito and the taco, just the two different flavors, and then this snacks meal of Tony Hawk. So we could do a variety of things from Taco Bell. That could be on the fly, the swap for the Grillo's Pickles menu until it gets added to delivery apps. Now, if you guys have any other actual ideas, okay, I would love to hear them. Is there something else going on that we could do for Taco Bell that we could do for DSP Tries It right now that you'd like to see? Because I know this sucks. We've worked this week to hit this, but there is no way to know that Sonic was going to be lazy as dirt and not add their new offering to delivery apps. It's just dumb. But there you go. So what do you guys think? Is there anything else that we could do on the fly, all right, for this week? Now, unfortunately, some people are bringing up something that would have been a good idea, but it's not a good idea right now. They're saying, what about that barbecue place that you had talked about? Or I should say we had talked about because you guys had brought this up. Well, that would be a good idea. It's the summer. It's warm. It's the time for outdoor cooking and barbecue. But there's a problem. This Friday is my Indivestance Day marathon, and guess what I'm having on Friday? Barbecue. My wife's going to make slow cooker barbecue chicken with a homemade mac and cheese and stuff, so I'm already having barbecue this week. So I can't have barbecue twice, especially with my health. I can't be eating that much. I can't. So this, sadly, is not a good week to do the barbecue because we're already having it. Okay? So I know, it's like, damn, that would have been a good, well, that's out too. It's just unfortunate, annoying, very, very frustrating. And I'm with you on this because this is bullshit. We had planned this all out painstakingly this week. We said, this is going to work well. We're going to do DSP Tries It, pickle menu. We're excited. It's launch day. Everyone will be doing it today. No, not Phil. Phil can't do it because Phil has to get screwed. That's my life, is I get screwed out of pickles. I can't believe that I, DSP, have been screwed out of pickles. I demand that the CEO of Sonic Restaurants make a public apology to me for not putting the Grillo's Pickle menu on the delivery apps this morning on release day and causing the king a minor inconvenience. This is not acceptable at all. He better be groveling on his knees for forgiveness from the king because I can't eat my pickle menu today. Do you understand? The world has been waiting. Do you know how many people have been waiting to see me eat pickle burgers and a pickled slushie with boba pickle pods? And to shove my face with pickle seasoned tater tots today? And now it can't happen? Why? Because they can't even keep their restaurant open in downtown Renton. They're such a poor company. They go out of business. This is absolutely unacceptable. I am ripping pissed. This is it. I may be exaggerating slightly. It's, just a little bit. Because like I said, we could just do an audible. We could do this Taco Bell. It's fine. I'm actually interested to see if the Taco Bell tender is good because the chicken nuggets were actually really good. Surprisingly enough, when we tried them in the fall, the chicken nuggets tasted good. And we were like, why are chicken nuggets at Taco Bell good? It doesn't make sense. Taco Bell shouldn't even have chicken nuggets. Why are they actually some of the best ones? It's bizarre. So now I'm wondering if the chicken tender is good. It might be. So it's an okay substitute, but I understand if people are disappointed. I am too. I wanted this menu, and it's just not viable. You know, I do hope that they get their act together and they put it onto the delivery apps, but you never know when they're going to do that, right? So I apologize. Today, guys, if you support the streams, we are still working towards DSP tries at 40 goals hit. All right. We just don't know what we're doing. Do you guys have any other ideas for a DSP tries it? Are you aware of anything else that's going on in food right now that you would like to see? Because what I would like to do is look it up to make sure I can actually order it. Because God forbid I promise you guys something again, and then I can't get it because these companies suck ass. Hello Volter says, talk like a Texas trucker again. Well, let me tell you something, boy. You better get that Grillo's Pickles menu on the delivery apps right now. Because if you don't, I'm going to slap your ass. Brother. I know. I'm disappointed too, guys. I'm very upset. Okay. Idiots who are saying to go pick it up, I already explained why I can't. You're just a bunch of fucking morons. Seriously, every one of you saying go pick it up are a bunch of fucking morons. Really. I mean, how dumb can you be? I literally said the closest one is over 6 miles away. That would be almost a half an hour drive there. Then I would have to order the food and get it, then come back. It's over an hour. I'm not going to take over an hour off of my stream to go pick up this menu in person. You incredible mouth-drooling dunce. Shut the fuck up. You're just an idiot. Okay. I can't send Kat. Kat's at work. And then when she comes home, I'm not going to make her drive out an hour to get the fucking food. So you can stop with that bullshit too. I love when people say shit like that. Like, why don't you send your wife out? Oh, because my wife is my hand servant, right? For my business, she's going to drive out and have to pick up food and shit for my content? No, she's my wife. She doesn't work for me. She's not a paid fucking employee, and I'm not going to send her out on tasks and errands as if she's my servant. That's fucked up. The fact you would even think that is pretty fucked up. Then again, you're not married. We all know that. Assholes. You gotta love the idiotic things that people say online who are just like a bunch of dumb fuck immature kids and people who will never be in a relationship and don't understand the nature of actual marriage and love. Instead, why don't you just send out your significant other for these tasks for your business? Oh, because that's what you do, right? You just, they're already working. They come home tired. Send them out to get us fast food. Fuck you, you fucking loser. This is why you'll be in your fucking basement for the rest of your life, dungeon dweller, typing online about how you hate Darkside Phil. Because you don't have any human interaction, because no one wants to interact with you because you're a fucking weirdo. Anyway, all right. Are we ready to get past this nonsense now? So for now, the surrogate DSP tries it. All right. The interim reward will be Taco Bell, unless we can come up with a better idea, which sucks because I really want to do this Grillo's menu, but it's not available. All right. They didn't put it on the apps because they're morons. If they do add it on the apps, that's great. I will, I'll get it when we can, but it's not on there right now. All right. There we go. So, and by the way, you can see all the trolls on Kick now revealing themselves because they're all so fucking upset. So I'm just going to ban every one of them right now quick before we can get to other topics. Here's one right here. Go fuck yourself. No, the Fantastic Four pizza is stupid. It's just a regular pizza. There's nothing different in the Fantastic Four pizza at Little Caesars from a regular pizza. It's literally a regular pizza with 4 quadrants of toppings. It's nothing good at all. So it's literally not even a DSP tries it. It's just a waste of time. All right. So we have some shout outs to do. Let's get through our initial shout outs for the show. All right. And then we'll talk about, like I said, I want to do an initial review of Death Stranding 2, give you my thoughts after about 9 to 10 hours of gameplay, and then we'll see what we have time for, what we want to do. All right. Okay. So for the record, today's blueprints, continuing on, we're in the end game, meaning I know what we need to do to see the end of the game. We need to get the scepter. You get the scepter by drafting the treasure trove outside of the mansion. Okay. We already have the key to open this thing in the treasure trove. So we need to get this certain blessing that lets you end a day in a room and then draft that room outside. We need to draft the room outside, get the scepter. Then once we have the scepter, we then have to do another run where we go to room 46 to get the crown, the scepter, and bring them into the throne room. And apparently then it's the end of the game. Okay? So we're going to work on that today. Now, today, if things go well, if we get support, if people engage, if we have a good time, we will keep playing Blueprints till completion. All right? If today everyone is just done with this game, then this will be the final Blueprint stream. And after the last stream, I wouldn't blame you because the last stream was unbearable having to sit in a room for 45 minutes to get a puzzle to trigger. That was really dumb. I will agree with everyone there. But supposedly that was the last timed puzzle of the game. And now it'll be actual progress moving forward. So hopefully you guys will stick around and hang out with me. Okay? Jasper, you're a nut. You got to get on the floor now. Look, everyone say hello to Jasper Kitty. He's being silly today. Going all over me here. Jogging Muse, I'm going to say it one more time. And if it doesn't register in your brain, I give up. All right? It's not that I can't drive 6 miles to get the meal. It's that I'm on a fucking stream. I'm here broadcasting, attempting to entertain an audience and raise money for a business. Do you get it? Why would you stick around on a stream where the streamer says, I have to leave now to buy food, leaves for a half an hour driving one way, picks up the food, comes back, so I'm gone off of the live stream for over an hour just to go pick up this one meal? Are you stupid? Can you please answer this? Are you stupid? You want to know the truth is that I used to do this, but not like this. I used to actually go pick up things locally. There's a McDonald's right here. There's a Wendy's right here. And during live streams right here, I actually used to go and pick it up and come back. Everyone fucking hated it. Literally, people were like, what kind of a stream is this? The streamer just leaves for like 45 minutes for this food. This is dumb. He should have planned better. Why doesn't he order it from a delivery app? I'm serious. This is what people used to say. So now we do it that way. Why doesn't the streamer leave his house? All right, fuck off. At this point, I get to the point in my career where I don't give a fuck. All right? Go fuck yourself. If you're such a bitch that you're going to sit here and cry that I'm not going to leave for over an hour to pick up the meal, go fuck yourself and leave and don't come back. Okay? I'm far past this nonsense of people being so stupid about it. I don't need you. You can leave. Holy shit. All right, let's get to shout outs, shall we? So today is Blueprints. We'll see how Blueprints goes. Okay, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we do well and we actually see the end. I would love to finish it today. All right, I would, but I don't know if we're going to. All right, I will continue to play it as long as it gets support and people show up and engage with it. So let's see how it goes today. All right, so let's get started. We have Toby Maru with our first contribution of the day, a €10 super chat. Let's see what that equivalent is in US dollars. Oh, and by the way, I do have some other interesting ideas for a few other things. For example, there's a new restaurant or two that is opened around here. But they're not on the delivery apps yet. And that is frustrating because I want to do the food, but they're not on the apps yet, and they're too far away from me, again, for me to pick up and drive back. I'm going to try another one right now, actually. Yep, they still haven't added. It's so dumb. They have a brand new location, but they're not on the app. I don't know why. So I'm not even going to tell you what it is yet until they're in the app, so that way, that way I'm not overpromising and under-delivering. But there's a really good one, a really good new thing that I would like to do, but they're not in here yet. Darn. Sucks. All right, so this super chat from Toby Maru is 1187. Thank you, Toby Maru, for that. Okay. Hello Voltage with the $2 super chat. This is a real pickle we've gotten into. Yeah, I know. And again, it's not anyone's fault but Sonic. Sonic is lazy. First of all, I find it hilarious that fast food location, that Sonic location that I got food from before for DSP Tries It, was in the prime shopping location of my city. It's literally right in the center of everything where everyone drives by and will be grabbing food. And they've only been open, I want to say, they opened right before my wife moved here. So that's like 7 years. They only been open for like 7 years. They closed. So that's a pathetic failure. Like, how do you fail that bad? You're in a prime location where everyone should be buying fast food and you run so poorly you went out of business in 7 years. It's pretty pathetic. That's number one. Number two, how lazy can you be to heavily advertise a brand new collaboration meal? You spend the money to do the marketing, so you do the collab meal, and then you don't put the meal on any apps. So someone has to drive physically to your store to get it anyway. I mean, how fucking stupid is that? I mean, they're a bunch of fucking idiots. That's a horrible way to run your company, and it just shows that in America, all of these different companies they're run by clowns. They don't know what they're doing, and then they wonder why they're failing. Hey, I've got an idea. Maybe if you didn't run your company like shit, you wouldn't have to charge $18 for a burger combo meal. Did you think about that? That maybe if you knew what you were doing and you could cut costs and you could actually like run it efficiently instead of slovenly and like a bunch of idiots, you wouldn't have to break the bank to buy a meal at one of these restaurants, and then you wouldn't be going out of business. But, you know, you didn't need intelligent management to do that, and American companies don't have that. That's the sad fact. Okay. All right. Omega Sauce gifted a sub here on Kick. Thank you, Omega Sauce, for the first gifted sub of the morning. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. We're up to $18 of support so far and climbing. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at tips this morning, see how those are doing. So we start off today with a $2 tip. DSP, you are unstoppable and very resilient. Keep up the good fight, brother. Thank you. No name attached to that one, but I appreciate that. A $2 anonymous tip to start today. That is right. I will not let the ultra serious issue of the pickle menu not being available on delivery apps and my local Sonic going out of business. I will not let this stop me today. I will still be a successful streamer today. Because everything hinged on the pickles. And now we've come unhinged. Unbelievable. I clicked to open a tip, and it opened up a giant ad. What is going on? Someone tipped $1, says, fast food's getting old. Do something different. What about something super spicy or super sour? Well, again, I keep telling you guys this. You don't seem to listen. When I eat DSP Tries It, that's my meal. This is not, Phil, his main content is taste testing. So he can just sit there and plan his entire day around this meal that he's going to film painstakingly. And so if it's really hot, that's okay. It's not going to make me a million views. It's not going to make me money. The point is, it's a silly little thing that I do in between goals and streams. You get it? It's not like, this is the main event. You're acting like if I was going to do a taste test, something super hot, well, probably it's going to upset my stomach. I'm going to be, not able to stream because I'm going to be like burning mouth sick, right? How do I work for the rest of the day exactly? What you're describing is if I was a YouTuber who my main content was taste testing, tasting hot items, tasting sour items, making videos like that. There are people like that. And their whole business on YouTube is that. This is a little diversion from my content that I stick between my main streams, which are my actual business. Do you get that? So I get what you're saying, but then think of something that wouldn't completely destroy me, like the one chip challenge or, something that's going to kill my sinuses. Now I'm sick and I can't stream. Think of something else. And I'm open for suggestions. I said cologne reviews. Everyone made fun of me. Absolutely not. Right? We've talked about maybe some liquor reviewing where I could do like some taste testing of wine or other things like that. Now that I would have to do at night because I'm not going to be drinking in the middle of the day and be all, fucked up. But we could do that at night, like at the end of my late stream or something like that. We could do time to do it. Maybe we could do something like that. Maybe. All right. That's a maybe if we can figure it out. All right. But let's talk about it. Instead of being like, you're not willing to try new stuff. No, I am. But the suggestions that get thrown my way are things that don't work. No, I can't eat an insanely spicy thing that now I'm vomiting and I'm shitting all day and my eyes are fucked up and my nose and sinuses are going crazy. How can I stream and make a living if I'm doing stunts? I'm not a stunt maker, and the stunts aren't going to bring me money. The support comes in from people who like my content, my normal content. Do you get that? So what you're thinking would work for another YouTuber who that's their shtick. That's not what I do. Okay? Okay. I received a $10 tip from Shinkin25. Maybe the next DSP tries it. Dairy Queen, the Flamethrower Deluxe Burger, and Backyard Bacon Barbecue Ranch Burger, and a Superman Blizzard. Well, I've tried the food from Dairy Queen before, many years ago. Admittedly, it's been a long time since I had the actual food from Dairy Queen, because when I tried it, it just wasn't very good. I remember trying it, and the burgers are flame broiled rather than fried, so they're not as greasy, but they're also not that good. They're just kind of mediocre. The fries are insanely bland there. I tried their chili cheese dog. It wasn't good. It was actually disappointing. Very very small. It's like a frozen hot dog that they like boil or something. I don't even know how they cook it. It's not very good. Um, as for the ice cream, okay, I would order it, but likely it would be very melted. But it doesn't mean I couldn't try it. I would say that's a possibility, maybe for the summer, because you're right. The Superman movie is coming out next month, right? Like middle of July. So maybe we could do that. Like Dairy Queen, try some food and combine it with the Superman Blizzard from Dairy Queen and see if that's any good. That's okay. That's a possibility. That's not bad. What do you guys think about that one? Maybe we could do that as the next DSP tries it. Maybe, right? What do you guys think? If we were to do that, I'd have to figure out what I want to order because, like I said, their menu isn't very good. Their actual food menu. And I don't think they have any new items. It's just this Blizzard. Burgers, sandwiches, and chicken baskets. Yeah, see, they have the stack burger. There's the backyard bacon ranch stack burger, just a double cheeseburger with bacon and onion rings. The flamethrower burger is the one they put like a spicy sauce on it. And that one I've had, and I thought it was okay. I've had, like, their regular burger is kind of crappy. The flamethrower burger is just okay. Now, I haven't had it in years, but when I had it, I didn't really like it that much. Their website is ass. Chicken sandwiches look terrible. Looks incredibly boring. Yeah, their hot dog is terrible. Where's the chicken baskets? Chicken baskets? So this is just chicken tenders. Regular tenders, buffalo tenders, or barbecue tenders. Wow, it's like the worst, the most basic of basic menus you could think of. Let me see what the Superman Blizzard is. Superman cake batter cookie dough? I'm sure that's what Superman would eat. You know, that's what they have out in the country on the farm, right? The old Kent family. They're eating the cake batter cookie dough. What? What is in this? Read more. It's cake batter, it's cookie dough, it's the new Superman cake batter cookie dough Blizzard treat. This summer, DQ restaurants are joining forces with the beloved DC superhero to bring you a treat that's nothing short of extraordinary. Experience all the action and excitement of the new Superman movie in dessert form. Man, that's what I think about when I think of Superman. Let me tell you. This Blizzard treat is a cosmic collision of sugar cookie dough. It's not even all. It's sugar cookie dough. It's even sweeter. Sprinkles, cake batter flavor. What is cake batter flavor? Not even cake batter, flavoring that they're just going to squirt in this thing. And a world famous soft serve. Every spoonful is a thrill, filled with legendary flavors, fun textures, and bursts of color that will make your taste buds cheer. Oh, yeah. And it has a limited edition Superman themed cup. Wow. Can you stand the excitement? Well, that's a possibility, and they said that's all summer. So we could actually just pull that one out when we want to do it during the summertime. That would be okay. I think Jasper Kitty took off finally. Okay. Well, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the suggestion, Shinkin. We'll take into consideration, see if people want that or not. Okay. Got a dollar tip here. It's a troll. Gonna ignore them. And then there's a $1.25 tip here. And it's a moron saying, "Why are you okay with nudity with Norman Reedus, but not with women?" Boy, you just don't understand jokes, do you? You actually think that what I do on stream is serious. You actually think that me talking about the Norman Reedus butt cheeks, and I'm disappointed that he's not peeing, is serious, just like the idiot who made the montage, right? Like, you actually believe me that that's my actual thoughts and not me joking. Boy, you're stupid. Thanks for the dollar tip, though, dummy. All right. Anyway, I got a $1.50 tip. Cake batter cookie dough sounds like the name of a marijuana strain. Thank you for the $1.50 tip there. Yeah, I swear some of the shit that they put out today is the most bizarre. Like, if you were to just say cookie dough, well, to be honest, I really don't like the idea of raw cookie dough. I don't. Like, I like cookie dough in a cookie that's baked. I wouldn't just eat raw cookie dough, but apparently Americans are infatuated with, like, desserts that have cookie dough in them for some reason. I don't get it, but they are, right? So now, not only that, but now also cake batter and also sprinkles with ice cream. Like, wow. Why not just take an entire container of sugar, white sugar, and just fucking pour it on top, right? And then, and then why not just some caramel, right? And some whipped cream. Just keep going. 17,000 calorie sundae. Americans are fucking weird these days, man. I don't get it. When I was a kid and I went to Dairy Queen, I would either get like Reese's Pieces or M&Ms. Sometimes I would get the Oreo or Butterfinger Blizzard. Heath Bar Blizzard was pretty good. And they actually had one at my local Dairy Queen. Had some like things that only they did that wasn't on the regular menu. And they actually had a hot fudge blizzard. And all it was is they would take ripples of their hot fudge that they would have put on a regular sundae and they would blend it into the blizzard. And it was super good. Like, absolutely delicious. It's so basic. Now it's like, well, how many things can we put in here? Let's see. Let's put strawberries. Let's put strawberry syrup. Let's put cheesecake. Let's put frosting. Let's put, it's like, how many things can we inject in there so that it's not even like a sundae anymore? It's weird, right? Like, what the hell is going on with America? Just like a sandwich. It can't just be a sandwich with a special condiment or cheese or bacon. It's got to have 5 different veggies. It's got to have the bacon. It's got to have 4 cheeses and a cheese sauce, and then ranch. And then it's got to have onions, right? Like crispy onions. Then it's got to have, you know what I mean? Like, keep going. Well, I can't taste any of it because you put 18 ingredients on it. So nothing stands out. It's just a mouthful of mush. Like, that's not smart cooking. But this is what they serve in America and act like it's some big deal. And then Americans rush out to buy it and try it. It's like, what is going on? Very weird. Okay. Let's see here. So I got a $5 super chat from a troll who I'm not going to read. I'm not going to acknowledge, but I'm going to say thanks for the $5. There you go. All right, folks, for the next segment of the show, what I would like to do is summarize my initial thoughts on Death Stranding 2. Because I've now played Death Stranding 2 3 streams. I'm roughly around 9-ish hours into the game, give or take. I'm probably between 9 and 10 hours at this point. And I've passed the intro segment, and we're now into the main meat of the game. And what I would like to do is tell you my thoughts on the game. Okay? So, Death Stranding 2. I've got a lot of questions about this game in the last few days as I've been playing it. In fact, the number one question that I've been asked when I'm streaming this game, someone will jump on stream and say, "Hey, Phil, is it better than the first game?" Like, literally, that's what they ask. Is it better than the first game? First question, okay? So the only way for me to properly answer that question is to tell you what is different from the first game, okay? So what's different between Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding 2? Well, if you've played the first game, you already know the game mechanics. That's actually different because in the first game, when you're trying to learn this game, you're like, really, all I'm doing is I'm doing deliveries and I have to hold the trigger so I don't fall and I have to stack it properly so it doesn't, make me lose my balance. And I have to use ladders to cross deep rivers and I have to use grappling hooks to climb. All those mechanics you already understand if you've played the first game. Therefore, the game is easier to jump into because you already understand it. You're not relearning everything from scratch, right? You're not reinventing the wheel here. You already know what you're doing, you see? So in that regard, you almost feel like, oh, welcome back, welcome home. You've already played this game. Here it is again. And I would say a lot of the initial frustration that you felt in the first game trying to learn those mechanics is gone. That's a good thing, I think, okay? I will also say this. The game jumps into more advanced mechanics more quickly. For example, you get a vehicle way earlier in this game than you did in the original Death Stranding 1. You're getting more advanced weapons way earlier in this game than you did in the first game, okay? The graphics are better, for sure. I'm playing on PS5 Pro at 4K, 60 frames. It's gorgeous. The lighting is gorgeous. The detail of the environments, the character models, it's all absolutely really nice graphics, okay? The voice acting, the mocap, beautiful, as if it were a movie. Like, no exaggeration. You could tell painstaking work was put into this to make the scenes look like you're playing in a movie rather than a video game. It's great, okay? The soundtrack, actually quite good. There's a lot of licensed music in this game, and so far, I enjoy all of it, even though it means that I lose ad revenue on my videos because they all get claimed on YouTube for having licensed music in them. I actually think I like the music too. It's adding to the story. It's adding to the, you're climbing a peak and all of a sudden at the top of the peak, a big crescendo of people singing hits. You're like, wow, that was pretty artistic the way that they timed that. That's pretty nicely done. Okay. The story, it's good. The intro is interesting, but then all of a sudden, once you finish the intro, this big series of events happens that throws everything into disarray. And now you're off to a new plot that logically continues the storyline of the original game. And it's fun. Okay? So everything I've discussed is pretty much, the positives and the best things about the game. Okay? But now I'm going to be honest with all of you. I've played Death Stranding 2 for 9 hours, and there hasn't been a single moment in the game that I have done anything at all that I didn't do in Death Stranding 1. And I'm 9 hours in. There are absolutely, positively no new gameplay mechanics in the game. It is exactly the same as the first game with a little bit different pacing, but it's identical. The same walking mechanics, the same stacking, the same grabbing deliveries, the same getting around the BTs, fighting or, stealthing around bandits or whatever, driving the vehicles. It's literally exactly the same game. Now, in the first game, Kojima explained why his gameplay mechanics were so tedious and boring. He said, that's the point. The whole idea of the game is supposed to be that everyone is disconnected because of the Death Stranding, and it's your job doing the most tedious work possible to reconnect it. So therefore, after getting through this arduous task of all these deliveries and linking everything into the chiral network, you actually feel really accomplished because it felt like work. Now, the question is, was it fun to do? For me, Death Stranding 1, the story was outstanding. One of the absolute most original, best plots I'd ever actually experienced in a video game. And I mean that. I'm not trying to glaze or kiss Kojima's butt. I actually think it was actually one of the most well-written plots I've ever seen. It blew my mind at the end of the game with all the revelations and how it all wrapped up. I was like, wow, this is really good. Okay? But I didn't like the gameplay. And I was very honest with you guys back then. I thought the gameplay sucked and it was just boring and a big slog to get through and disappointing that they had designed the game that way. You want to enjoy yourself all the time, not some of the time. And every time that there was a story cutscene or a big payoff after the slog of gameplay, I was like, ooh, let's sit back and chill and relax. Let me pull up my drink and let's enjoy this awesome movie. And then the movie portion would end and we go back to the gameplay and I'd be like, Here we go again. Well, I hold the buttons. You got to fucking walk with these things on my back, right? So the first game was a mixed bag, okay? Death Stranding 2 is a mixed bag. If you're okay with getting through the slog of the gameplay, all right, the story's good. The graphics are good. The music is excellent. But the problem is, this is a sequel, all right? When you played Death Stranding 1, you paid for a full game experience that was something new and original and interesting and different, and it really was. I mean, I was shocked that he actually decided that's the gameplay he wanted for his game, but if it was trying to prove a point and people toughed through it and saw an awesome story, then I guess mission accomplished, right? But when you get a sequel, and especially when you have a sequel that's a console exclusive that you have to pay $70 plus tax to buy, it's not some game that you could get a discount on PC or whatever. You've got to do something to improve the game from the original. I'm 9 hours in. This game is the original, just a different plot, but it's the same exact game. There was no effort whatsoever put into making the game feel fresh, new, or different. It's almost as if Kojima said, let's see if we can just sell the same game twice and see if anyone will notice, as like a cultural experiment. And I'm shocked because I think some people don't like the game at all because they're saying that, well, it's the same game. Why did this happen? And others are like, no, it's good. So I guess the question here is, what kind of a gamer are you? Are you someone who played through Death Stranding 1 and you were okay with the slog of the gameplay loop? You knew what it was and you thought that the payoff at the end to get that amazing story was worth it? Did you get Kojima's rationale that the gameplay actually was intentionally boring so that it would relay the message that, oh, here's your reward. It's very, very, what's the word? It feels like you earned this experience, right? It's like, oh, wow, it's the light at the end of the tunnel, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You got there. Even though it was an arduous experience, you got rewarded, and it felt very rewarding to get to that point. Did you like that? Or are you more of the opinion that the gameplay should be the fun part, and that if the gameplay is tedious, then they've missed the mark? Because I think that really will determine if you like Death Stranding 2. I'll tell you right now, the gameplay loop is just as boring as the first game. There's nothing different or enjoyable about it. It's the same shit. So if you like that, then go for it. Have at it. Jump into Death Stranding 2 and enjoy another story that from the mind of Kojima, probably one of the best writers in gaming. But if you're looking for anything new here, any new mechanics, anything to add to your experience, wow, they improved it, you will get nothing. You will pick up that controller and you will be completely disappointed by what is offered because that's not is what you're being provided with. It's as if Kojima said, I know I'm working on other projects over here, and that's where all my creative gameplay efforts are going. I'm just going to sell you the same game again and give you a story again. That's a little different and a little better, maybe. I don't know. I'm only 9 hours in, but man, it's tough for someone like me because I am a streamer. When I play a game, I'm not just playing a game for me. I'm playing a game for an audience. And if every time I pick up the controller and I start controlling the game, it's boring, the audience disconnects and says, man, this is boring. Why are you doing this? Play something else. And I can't really argue with that because you're right. If I'm on a stream, I should be spending my time finding things to entertain you, whether it's informative, whether it's funny or humorous, whether it's back and forth discussion and you feel meaning because you're getting an interaction with me, whatever it is. When I'm playing that game and I'm just walking across the country with a package on my back, it's not very fun. It's not very engaging. It's just kind of a time waster. And we did try to actually talk a little bit during and have some conversations, but ultimately when all of your gameplay elements are just boring, it's not going to bring in any kind of real attention. And the truth is, that's exactly what happened with Death Stranding 1. When I was about a third into Death Stranding 1, already my audience was screaming at me to stop playing the game. Phil, why are you continuing with this game? It's boring. It's tedious. It's a mess. No one likes it on your stream. Stop playing it. And I told everyone, in this case, I'm going to tough it out. I want to see if that carrot that's being dangled in front of me of this great story is going to be worth it. And to be honest, I actually do think it was. Even though that game was long as hell and I spent a lot of time, I would say wasted a lot of time getting through that gameplay. I think that the story was amazing. Again, I'm not really trying to glaze or over exaggerate. I really liked it, but I can't make the gameplay entertaining for you. I can't. So if you're a streamer or whatever, man, this is a hard decision because it's definitely a huge high profile release that people are probably going to want to see you try. But good luck getting that insanely boring, repetitive gameplay loop to work for an audience. You know, it's just nothing engaging there. It's hard. So yeah, overall, I'm not disappointed with the game. I am disappointed that they didn't try to do anything different. It is kind of sad that you're over 9 hours into a game and they're like, why is there nothing new? It's exactly the same. But I guess that's kind of the experiment that Kojima's still rolling with. The social experiment of, will you do it again? I already made you do it once. Will you pay me to do this again to connect another country and therefore, you know, do it all over? Is it worth it? Was it enough of a rewarding journey the first time that you would want to take that journey a second time in exchange for another original story? So there you have it. Your choice to make, but for me, after 9 hours, it's not much of a sequel at all. And a sequel, what you should aspire to do is improve, change, and add new elements, not just give you the same game again. Imagine if a fighting game had a sequel that was identical to the one before it, with no new elements to the gameplay mechanics at all. Imagine if there was an RPG that had a direct sequel and it was exactly the same gameplay mechanics again, just with the story advanced a little bit. Huh? People would be upset. Legit people would be upset. Like, what? But it's Kojima. So because it's Hideo Kojima, he can get away with pulling stuff like this under the guise of artistry. And some people will play it, but others are being honest. If you take a look at the reviews for this game, they are mixed. Some people think that it's amazing, and others are like, nah, wow, what happened here? He really just kind of pulled the wool over everyone's eyes and said it was a sequel. It's really not. So maybe that's the best way to really describe it, is it's not Death Stranding 2. It's Death Stranding again. And if you're okay with that, play Death Stranding again, but pay full price for it. There you go. As for me, to be transparent with all of you guys, I don't know if we're going to be continuing with the playthrough or not. Yesterday, people started to severely disconnect from the game and from the stream, saying they were incredibly bored. And yesterday, we didn't hit the support goal. And people were like, yeah, we just, don't play this anymore. And I'm not sure. Like, I think I want to at least give it one more shot later in the week. And if people do show up and engage and support that stream, then we'll keep it in the rotation. But if not, if people are like, nah, we're done, then that might be it. And by the way, I told you this up front, outright. I said to you guys, listen, this game might not work and might not be a full playthrough, because today I'm noticing people want more games that have engagement, more games that have gameplay that's kind of interesting, and or maybe the element of you may fail, challenge, stuff like that. This game is just tedium, and I don't know if people like that or not. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's my thoughts. I hope that makes sense and explains Death Stranding 2 in a nutshell after 9 hours. I mean, let me put it this way. Let's say at hour 12, the game completely changes and adds 14 new gameplay elements and the game blows you away. It's too late. You can't expect your audience is going to play your game over a dozen hours to get to anything good. They want to see the things that are going to interest them within the intro so they know why that game is worth their time investment. People don't have time to waste going through a slog or a slog or, a boring intro. So if that is the case and actually already blows you away, or it blows you away after that, it's too little, too late, and they fucked it up. So no, that's what I'm telling you. Someone just says, is the game better or not than the first one? No, it's the same as the first one. It's literally the same game with a different plot. That's it. It's exactly the same is what I'm telling you. It is the same game again. You would get the same impact replaying the first game, gameplay-wise. But if you want a new story, you play this one and you still replay the same gameplay, but now you get a new story. Do you see the difference? You're essentially paying $70 for a story. You're not paying $70 for a game. That's the point I'm making. Okay, more shout outs here. We've got Darth Fig, who did a $5 super chat, and he says, it's kind of like Spider-Man 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. While both games are better than the first, they were better experiences because it was new and fresh. Well, yes and no. Like, even though I get what you're saying, Spider-Man 2 did feel like it actually advanced the gameplay elements because you had two characters that did play differently. The two Spider-Men actually had different abilities, and when you jump between, it felt like it was two different things going on, not the same character twice. Okay. Tears of the Kingdom, I would say reusing the same map, yes, to that extent, I would say yes. However, it did add the whole crafting and puzzle style element that was not in the previous game, and that's a huge part of Tears of the Kingdom. And the map was dramatically expanded with both the overworld and the cloud dungeons. So even then, even as critical as I was, because I was critical of Tears of the Kingdom, that game is more of a sequel than Death Stranding 2 is, by far. That game is absolutely more of a sequel. It's got more new elements to it. So there you go. Obama Clot did a $2 super chat and says, there are no Jamaicans in Texas. I'm sorry for lying. How dare you lie to me last night? He told me there's a lot of Jamaicans in Texas, all right, while we were streaming. And we were driving around Texas in trucks in. And now you're going to tell me you were deceiving me? That's absolutely unacceptable. You can't deceive the king. The king is actually very hurt. I've actually genuinely now, I'm a little upset. So I hope that you understand. Please be honest with me moving forward, all right? Don't hurt my feelings. Toby Maru did another €5 super chat and says, isn't Dark Souls? Oh, no. Isn't Death Stranding 2 gameplay like Truck Sim or Taxi Sim? You do a relaxing job with occasional events and rewards. Oh, I wouldn't say it's relaxing at all. There's nothing relaxing about Death Stranding. When you're walking, you have to be actively paying attention to where you're walking so you don't get stuck, so you don't drop your cargo, so you don't fall in a river. You have to always be holding the triggers. If you're not, you will stumble all over the place. You have to be looking for BTs all the time to make sure that you're not walking into them and then they attack you. Like, I would argue Kojima purposely did everything he could to make it not relaxing. Like, if he made it easier without those requirements, it very well could be a relaxing game. And then maybe it could be people like, oh, it's the ultimate chill experience. I'm just a chill delivery driver, right? But it's actually not. It's actually very, very attention demanding and or micromanagement oriented. And that makes it kind of boring, that you have to be doing this tedious task constantly and you can't just chill. And I'm aware because Katie says, well, you can put in a vehicle, create roads, zip lines, it gets easier. You're right, except even that stuff isn't easy. For example, I have a vehicle. I'm driving it around. That goddamn thing gets stuck all the time. Like, literally, it'll get stuck on the simplest little thing for no reason. You're like, how is it stuck? And you try to lift it because it's supposed to do a wheelie, it gets stuck there. Jump, it gets stuck. It's like, the elements are there, but nothing is meant to make you feel safe. The game doesn't feel safe. Once you start getting to the parts with the BTs and everything, you don't feel safe anymore. And I think that's the point. There's always supposed to be an element of like risk and danger along with the tediousness of the job. It's not supposed to feel like, wow, this is a fun job, because it's not. And I think that's what Kojima was saying about the first game. Sam's job is one of the most dangerous on the planet, and you're supposed to feel like that. It's not rewarding. It's unforgiving, but you're doing God's work. You're relinking humanity. So it's meant to be this arduous, challenging, stressful, annoying, tedious task. But at the end of the day, you saved everyone, and here's your story reward. And again, I think, honestly, I get it. I actually get it artistically. I don't know if it's a good idea for a video game, but I think artistically, I understand his vision and what he's doing. You see? So I respect it, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it's fun or riveting. It's not. It's really not. It's very, very boring. Dr. Oink did a $2 super chat. Amazon Prime Simulator with some combat. Hugs, kiss. Hugs, kiss. Thank you, Dr. Oink. Someone tipped $1.23 and says, I agree, Kojima's quirkiness works in Metal Gear, but in Death Stranding, it's too much and kind of weird. He's some weird old Japanese dude. The amount of feet content in Death Stranding 2 is crazy. There's a 15-minute cutscene of girls on the ship taking their shoes off. What? If you say so, I'm not aware of that. I haven't gotten that far, I guess. But, okay then. So he pulled a Quentin Tarantino. Remember Kill Bill? Where there's a whole scene of Beatrix Kiddo in a car, and the only thing that's not tied up are her feet. And basically she's trying to, like, free herself with her ginormous feet. And apparently he, like, got off to that. He thought it was a good scene. Anyway, thank you. I got a $2 tip. You're a diva. But I don't say that in a bad way. You could be a great cultural icon if you were gay. It's a shame I'm not gay. I am straight as an arrow. Sorry about that. Maybe if I were gay, I'd be way more popular. I probably would. It's true. If I were gay, I probably would have jumped in at that time. There was this time when I first was getting big on YouTube back in the day for gaming, that there was actually a big community for, like, gay YouTubers. Like, no exaggeration. I'm trying to remember who they were. There were 3 or 4 of them who, like, exploded on the scene, and they acted very over-the-top, flamboyantly gay. That's not a criticism, and that's not me saying anything negative, but they were. Like, that was their thing. They were flamboyant gays, and I think what was happening was during that time period, it was becoming more mainstream accepted to be gay. So for them to be these big face front figures on YouTube, flamboyantly gay, not ashamed of it whatsoever, it blew up, and they got really popular just based off of their gayness. And maybe at that time, I would have exploded too, you know, in popularity if I had been gay, but I'm not. I don't know what else to say. I can't remember who they were. There was one guy who would always do contests. He would always run these contests and things to be, like, you could be in his content and shit if you submit or you post or something like that. Post up a response video to my video, and maybe you'll be part of the show or something like that. I remember that. Let's see here. Princess Luna is here. $10 super chat. Thank you, Princess Luna. Momentum towards the goal. Blueprints isn't my cup of tea, but I realize other people like it. Thank you, Princess Luna. We're doing our best to finish it as well. I know a lot of people are tired of it. We're going to see how much progress we can make today. Hopefully a lot. You know, hopefully we do make good progress today. I hope so. Since we're near the end of the show, I feel like I should reiterate what we talked about at the beginning of the show, which is, sadly, the change of DSP Tries-It goals, because people aren't aware that what happened, so I'll talk about it very quickly summarized. But someone tipped the buck and says, if it was just called Death Stranding The Beach, it would have made more sense than putting 2. Yeah, Death Stranding on the beach and selling it as an expansion, maybe a standalone expansion for like $40, would have made more sense than calling it Death Stranding 2 and selling it for $70, because it's the same game. It really is. I mean, honestly, the biggest improvement is the graphics. The graphics are super good on console. Like, some of the best, if not the best I've seen on a console. Insanely good graphics. But outside of that, it's the same game. Okay, so here's the deal. In summary, everyone, I have to tell you again, if you're a latecomer to the podcast, the pickle meal is off the menu. Why? Because Sonic completely botched it. Sonic does not have the pickle menu available for ordering anywhere. You can't get it on any delivery app. They just didn't add it. You can get it at the store in person, but they didn't add it to their menu. And because of that, you can't get it delivered. Now, you might say, well, you just had that same issue with Wendy's. Why can't you do it the way you did for Wendy's and order through their website? Well, I tried that. And guess what I found out? The local Sonic that I had that was only like 15 minutes away went out of business a couple months ago. That's right. My local Sonic actually closed. Therefore, they won't deliver. So because of that, it's not on the app. It's not for other delivery. And the closest Sonic to me is over 6 miles away. I would have to take an hour plus out of my stream to go drive and get it in person. So we can't do it. Okay? I'm sorry. We tried. I have no idea why on earth they don't have it on the delivery apps. It's not on any of them. That's really dumb, especially when they paid all this money to do this special marketing campaign to tie in with a brand like Grillo's Pickles. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all that they did it that way, okay? They should have it on there, and they don't. Now, that might change. For example, if you remember, for a while, Wendy's didn't have the SpongeBob Krabby Patty on their delivery app, and then they added it back later. So maybe they eventually will add the Grillo's Pickle menu on there, and if they do, we should do it for DSP Tries It. But as of now, it's just not able to be done. And I apologize 100%. I was down for it. There was no way to know at all that this was going to happen. Okay? See, again, you guys are so unrealistic. Again, people are saying I should pick it up. You're talking a minimum of 20 minutes to drive there. Then I have to order the food and get the food, which is probably another 10 plus minutes. And then I have to drive back. And then we have to set. We're talking over an hour. So imagine right now, okay, we hit the goal. Bye. See you guys in over an hour. And I just sit here playing this. And then I come back and we do the DSP Tries It. Was it worth it? I'm trying to run a business and make product for consumption so I can make money and earn a living. I can't just take over an hour chunk out of my stream today to go pick the food up in person. It's not worth it. You get it? We got to do something that can be delivered. If it was right here, I would get it. Like, for example, there's a Wendy's right here. There's a McDonald's right here. If ever we really wanted something from there, all right, maybe I could go drive and get it. But, it's just not possible. This Sonic is way far away. Okay? Okay. So what we're talking about as a reward is I almost said Wendy's. Taco Bell has new chicken tenders that they're putting both in burritos and tacos. What I would do is try one of the burritos and the other flavored taco because there's Chipotle and there's ranch. So I would do like a ranch burrito, Chipotle taco, or vice versa. And they're doing a Tony Hawk's favorite things from Taco Bell box, which is basically just a few little snacks. So I would order the snacks box and I would get the two different tender items and we do a big taste testing at Taco Bell. That's what we would do in the interim. Okay. Unless someone else actually has a suggestion that's different, I'd be willing to do something different as a substitute if anyone has an idea. Okay. No, they won't deliver through the Sonic app or anything because, as I said, there is no local Sonic to me anymore. The closest one is over 6 miles away, and they won't deliver that far. They won't do it. Trust me, I made a whole account in Sonic and everything to try to do this, and they won't do it. Buffalo Wild Wings, there is one that's at my local mall, and I ate there a few times. They weren't very good. I'm not opposed to ordering from there at some point, but we did just do the other wing place, Wingstop, recently within the last month. So I don't think I want to do wings again right away, but we could do that long term. They did not have any Boba Pops liquor at the liquor store, Rebecca. I looked and I asked. They didn't have it. So I ended up getting a whole bunch of different kind of themed shots. Like I got little mini moonshine shots of different flavors. I got rum chata shots. I got the flavored 99 fruit shots again. They didn't have that. Yeah. It sucks because I think that was a great idea, and I want to thank you for suggesting it, but they just didn't have it. No, we have a cheesecake factory, and it is at the local mall. And actually, I don't think you can order from it. Maybe you can. Let me take a look. I don't think it's available for delivery. Let me check. Nope, they don't deliver. Or you can't order from them for delivery. Not available. Nope. Sucks. Sucks because Cheesecake Factory has a wide variety of food. So I could get cheesecake or I could get a bunch of different dishes and compare them, but they don't do delivery. Sucks. The only other thing, someone has suggested Dairy Queen and said if you do Dairy Queen, you could try a burger, a side, and a Blizzard, and they have a Superman Blizzard right now. And the Superman movie's coming out in like a week or two, so maybe we could do that. But honestly, I'd probably prefer the Taco Bell. If we were choosing, my choice would be do the Taco Bell now, and then maybe do the Superman closer to the movie, which is in like 2 weeks. Would I consider eating from a nice restaurant? Yeah, and we do that from time to time. We order from an actual sit-down restaurant rather than a fast food restaurant if we think of something, original or different to do. No, I'm not gonna see the Superman movie. I'll see it eventually when it's on demand, but I'm not gonna go see it in theaters. I'm interested to see what people think and if it's actually good or not. I don't know. I'm rooting for them because I want to see DC come back. I do, but I don't know. I had the feeling it's gonna be another one of those mixed bag movies from what I've seen. Like some people will like it, some people will hate it. No, I agree. Prophet Warner says DQ Grill and Chill is garbage. Their food isn't that good. Their hot dogs are incredibly like lame and bland. Their burgers are very basic. Like there's nothing interesting about their menu at all, and they never add anything new. Like, oh, new. Now you can get sauce on your chicken tenders. Wow, welcome to the 1950s. No, I'm not going out to watch fireworks Friday. Friday is my big marathon event. Friday is the Indivestance Day. All day I'll be here on stream hanging out with you guys. Every 50 bucks raised, I put on a hat or a vest. We're cleaning out the closet. We're drinking booze. We're having a barbecue themed meal. All that is happening. It's going to be a fun day. We did Chipotle recently. We actually have done Chipotle just a month or two ago, and it was not very good. Actually, it was pretty disappointing. We haven't done Taco Bell since the fall. We looked it up, and we hadn't done it. I think, was it the chicken nuggets? So we did the entire decades menu. That was 7 months ago. And then we did the chicken nuggets, and that was 6 months ago. So over 6 months ago was the last time we did a Taco Bell DSP Tries It. So there you go. It's been a while. Been a good while. So that probably makes sense to do. Hopefully it would be good. I mean, like I said, the nuggets were good. So if the chicken tender is like the nuggets, then I think that the burrito and the taco would be good. I guess we'll have to see. All right. So guys, last minute, anything else you guys have to talk about? Right now, by the way, thank you for the early support. We're over 60 bucks, I believe, of support already. So thank you for that. Let's hit a goal on this stream. And hopefully we can hit 2 goals today over both streams, and then we could do DSP Tries It tomorrow, which would, I guess we'd do Taco Bell. Unless, again, if you guys have a different idea, but I think that we could do that. That would make sense. Dr. Oink said, did another super chat go through? No. You said Amazon Prime Simulator, right? That was it? I don't see a second super chat. No. The last one you said was Amazon Prime Simulator, and we shouted that out. Do I have any problems with my PS5 overheating? Not to my knowledge. My PS5 is literally sitting alone. It's PS5 Pro, sitting alone on its side, okay, on the bottom shelf of my entertainment center, completely spaced out around it. Like there's nothing even near it. It's just a big empty space. So it's got tons of airflow. Applebee's looks disgusting, Rebecca. We actually looked it up and it just was really not appetizing. Outback Steakhouse, man, they're probably really, really overpriced, but we'll take a look. Dixie Wrecked, I'm not watching wrestling, so I haven't seen Night of Champions. I don't know anything about what you're talking about right now at all, actually. Order Outback Catering, explore the menu. Dine in only, 3-course dinner, so you can't do that. Mobile app exclusives. Well, I'm not going to use their app. I guess, let me see if they're available through these here. I'm trying to see like what they have available online because it's probably not the same as their in-person menu. They probably have limitations, being that, Steakhouse isn't going to probably serve you a $40 steak delivery. Probably like, what are you, crazy? None of this looks good. None of it looks good. It's very basic stuff, like nothing special. This is friggin' bizarre. Listen to this. New Kingsland pasta. Grilled steak and grilled shrimp served over fettuccine and tossed in a bold Alfredo sauce. Grilled steak with fettuccine Alfredo. What? What the hell? Like, this is weird shit, man. What are they thinking? And by the way, it's $30. $30 for that. Their chicken tenders platter is $22. Oh my God. Their food is insanely expensive. Yikes. 2 steamed lobster tails. And you know they're not going to be big. They're going to be little lobster tails. $40. What the hell? Their cheapest burger is $20. Their cheapest. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical about Outback Steakhouse. Dr. Oink did a $2 super chat. Did you ever try Jollibee? It's interesting food. We've talked about Jollibee before. It's not very good food. It's low quality fast food. The problem again, all right, let's look this up because again, this is fun to do. Let's look it up, right? Filipino fried chicken. All right. Where would this be coming from? The mall. 6 pieces of fried chicken, 6-piece bucket, $24. $4 for a piece of fried chicken. What the hell? I guess you get a 2-piece with a side for $12.50. That's $6 a piece. Oh my God. They do have a chicken sandwich. They do spaghetti. Meal deal. 2 pieces of our next level crispy, juicy chicken. So choose between original and spicy with a regular side fountain drink and a peach mango pie. What is that? 1 piece of chicken with spaghetti. 2 pieces of chicken with spaghetti. Maybe I'll get that. 2 pieces of chicken with spaghetti. Do they have a burger? I thought they had a burger at Jollibee. No, they have chicken sandwiches. They have Aloha chicken, bacon and cheese, original, deluxe, spicy. That's shocking. I swear. Oh, they do have burgers. Angus deluxe. All right, you know what? I think at one point we have to try Jollibee. I've never had it before. It's Filipino fast food. You know it's not going to be good. You know it's going to be awful. But I think at one point we have to try Jollibee. Just for the sake of trying something bizarre. All right? Do you want to do that? Now, that would be a Hail Mary weird substitution, Jollibee, in place of this Grillo's pickle. Look what I did to my face. I just touched my face and completely made a blemish on there. It's disgusting. I hate my skin. What do you think? Do you want to do Jollibee? I might try a combo with a piece of chicken or the 2 pieces of chicken, the spaghetti, a burger. Like I'll do like a few different things from Jollibee. I can't imagine it's good. Romy Roses get spicy chicken and dip it in the gravy. It's good. Seriously? The thing that sucks is the burger is $8 and you know it's worth like $2. It's gonna be like a tiny burger, but I might try it. All right. Let's commit. Now that is a Hail Mary audible right there. If we hit the goal, 40 goals, I will order from Jollibee right now. But we have to hit these goals right now. Let's get to 40 goals. All right, we have some shout outs to do. I'll shout those out in a second. Let's do it. We'll get Jollibee, burger, fried chicken, spaghetti right now. I've never had it. Completely fresh, something new, something unexpected and different, out of nowhere. Jollibee right here on DSP Tries It today. But we got to hit the damn goals. Let's do it. Right now. Let's do some shout outs. We got Prophet Warner with a $2 super chat. Long John's laughing out loud. You know, I've never had Long John Silver's. They're not out here. Out here we have Ivar's, which is very similar. It's like fried shrimp, stuff like that. So I've never had Long John Silver's. All right. And Dan Zach with a $2 super chat says, that Outback burger is fire. You think the burger from Outback is good? I've never had a burger from Outback. Every time I ever went there, I probably got a steak or something like that. So, all right, guys, we're at $73. First, let's hit that first goal right now. $77. Who's going to do it? Drop it right now. Let's hit the first goal. Then, during Blueprints, we can rally. We can hit a second goal. And we can do Jollibee on this stream. I will order a burger. I will order the chicken. I will order the spicy chicken. I will order the spaghetti. I'll order the spaghetti. We'll do it. We'll do it right now live. But we got to hit these goals. Let's get some motivation. Who's going to contribute? Who's going to hit the goal today? Let's do it. It won't. Whoa. Walks Random Channel says that won't happen. He's challenging us. He's saying there's absolutely no way that we could hit our goals today. That's what he's saying. What do you guys think? Do you accept that? Do you accept that? Why am I expecting Jollibee to not be good? Because honestly, to me, Jollibee looks like Dairy Queen. Straight up, being honest. It looks like Dairy Queen. It looks like it's that level of food where it's going to probably be very basic, bland, not interesting. And it's passable if you're hungry, but it's not something that you want to just eat. It's not like gourmet food. It's just, oh, I need something. Here, I'll buy it, right? The chicken is great. Well, I'm going to try it. I'll do it then. I'll probably order the 2-piece because there's a 2-piece combo of the chicken. I'll get 2 pieces of spicy chicken with the spaghetti combined. So there you go. And then I'll probably order a burger separate. Ryu and Sweego says the chicken at Jollibee is supposed to be decent. Everything else is like junk food or what you would imagine American food to be in another country in Asia. Well, I want to have Asian version of American junk food. Sounds good to me. That's what you guys want. You can have it. I have just received an incredibly generous $1 tip. $1. I can vouch for Jollibee's chicken. It's actually very good. Crispy seasoned skin with a juicy meat inside. There you go. Well, thank you for the $1 tip. Now we just need a lot more of those. We're at $74. So, Itzy says, would you consider eating Starbucks? The very first Starbucks in Seattle is interesting. Number one, the very first Starbucks in Seattle is an hour away from me. That's number one. Number two, it's literally just a Starbucks. You know that, right? You go in, it's just Starbucks. There's no difference. It's just you go in, you order your food, coffee, you leave. There's nothing there. Actually, if you go like 2 blocks away, they actually have a special thing. It's like a roasting factory thing that they set up for tourists to go to because the original Starbucks is so boring that you go there and then you can actually see like a roasting process and everything going on for their coffee. But the actual original Starbucks, I've been there multiple times. There's nothing there. All right, are we good? Are we good to go? Well, I would like to say this. Thank you guys for your help and support and suggestions because I was upset this morning. Like, legitimately, I was upset when I opened up the apps and there was no Grillo's Pickle, available. And then I go on their website and they say they won't deliver. And then I find out they closed. So I can't even drive to a local one to get it. Like, there was no way for me to get this damn meal. It actually pissed me off. So I want to say thank you for everyone understanding. And thank you for allowing me to get a good substitution. I think what we're doing, Jollibee, is something original and different and a good substitution for it. So thank you for that. That was great. That's what I mean. Sometimes the podcast just works out really well. Okay? Okay, so guys, let's see how it goes. Can we hit 2 goals on this stream? If not, it's okay. But let's at least hit 1 goal and have momentum, and then maybe we could do it tomorrow. The Jollibee DSP tries it. Something completely different out of left field. Okay? Excellent. Thank you all for a great show. I urge you to stick around and hang out with me for Blueprints as we are doing Endgame today. I hope you will. If you won't, well, then tonight there will be more content in Minecraft, and tomorrow is the premiere of Grand Theft Auto 4 with mods. In fact, there will not be a podcast tomorrow to make room for extra gameplay of GTA 4 with mods. All right? Thank you all. Great show. See you on Wednesday.